Welcome everyone. We are thrilled to have you here today. So first of all, a big thank you to all of you guys, all of our team and investors and community. Thank you so much for your support for Monetizr, and your help has been very instrumental in getting us to where we are today. And we are very excited about what the future holds. So what we're gonna cover today. And here we can maybe start the screen sharing of the presentation. So what we're gonna cover is basically Andres is gonna cover the Monetizr highlights and vision. So that's gonna be the first part. Then I'm gonna show you a product demo and what our customers say and why they buy from us. And then we're gonna talk about the last 12 months, the successes, the challenges from a sales and product perspective. And then we're gonna go into a Q&A session. So basically, if you have any questions throughout the whole presentation, please drop them here in Zoom chat, and then we will address them at the end of the presentation in around 30 minutes or so, one by one. So awesome. So first of all, let's dive in. Andres, please, welcome to the stage.
Hey guys, I see myself just orientating. Thanks so much for being here. We're very happy and excited. Then let me give you just a reminder of what we do so that everybody is on the same page. And then where we're heading. And then the team will share a little bit more details about where and how it's going. So what is Monetizr today, and probably you've heard multiple pitches, is this version. Is that for sophisticated data-driven brand advertisers like Tide over here, like Pepsi, who want to effectively target their audiences at scale, Monetizr is ad tech platform that enables these advertisers to buy gaming at scale. So we are media channel for them. So unlike intrusive ad formats that are existing on the market that are not that well engaging with the users, Monetizr provides a valuable targeting opportunity and data insights for these advertisers so that they can reach these audiences effectively and capture when they're genuinely interested in the brand offering and story. So effectively, we're selling to Procter & Gamble and PepsiCo, enterprise-size organizations who have multiple buyer personas. And that's challenging because it means that we have long sales cycles. But we believe we can cover that. And Martins will talk about that sales in a second as well. But boy, these guys are spending in billions. And we're excited to talk about the opportunity here. Let me show some data so that we're on the same page as well. McKinsey reported that digital ad spend is 520 billion, and it keeps growing. And over past 15 years, the money moved from traditional channels like television, radio, into digital. Money is following eyeballs, and gaming is where the eyeballs is the most. Most time spent and audience size is as far as in social media. So for example, 7 brands from P&G that we work with spent over $1 billion in advertising, but they have spent very little so far in gaming. So very excited about this opportunity. So what are the things that brands are buying from us and why this is a big challenge? One is that they're saying gaming is way too fragmented. And for them, they want to buy this at scale. So we are offering a scalable way to buy it. They also need data, insights about the consumer, who they are, how they buy, not only the demographic, but where and whatnot. This is where our data surveys help them. And this is where our machine learning algorithm has captured multiple data points with consumers. And we can help brands to target the right demographics, right niche audiences, which they want to address with. And the last point is, of course, they want a return on ad spend, just measurable return, so that they know that this media is outperforming anything else where they're spending money right now. And we have effective media formats and ability to target these audiences and deliver this message in an authentic way. So because of that, we demonstrate over the par market performance across the board. So we believe by focusing on these components alone, we can build something meaningful. These brands want scale, and we can deliver the scale for them. and they're building something where they can spend billions in dollars in the future. So that's our goal, to build gaming as a media channel. And with P&G and PepsiCo alone, we believe we can be a $100 million company, and we have a plan to achieve it. How the last 12 months looked for us. I sent an update, you know the details, but here's a quick summary. We launched 146 campaigns last year for 50 brands, 19 countries. 45 million high-quality brand takeover experiences were delivered. Impressive, right? What's the product performance here? Consumers consistently opted into the brand experience. So 1/3 of them choose to do something with the brand, to take over this brand experience. That caused in 52 seconds time spent with the consumer. So this attention is crucial. That's what the brands are asking for, and we can measure it, and we are delivering that. In context, it's roughly 5 times better than competitors are showing. So very happy about this result. The most important metric is return on ad spend and how the brands measure it. This one is purchase intent. So recently for PepsiCo, we increased purchase intent by 49%. Astonishing results, considering that typically 5% is a great result, and now we're over-delivering. We're very excited about that. And yes, we are selling to enterprise companies, but traction is starting to catch up. So last year we ended with almost $500,000 in bookings. That's 70% year over year. And where we are very excited about these two metrics is we grew our margins from 14% to 45%. Fantastic results. Thanks, team. Thanks, product. And we grew our sales pipeline by 4 times. So now it's $4.9 million in the pipe. We expect to close it within 12 to 14 months, and our win rates are around 40%. So you can calculate where we're heading. Now, look at these amazing brands. PepsiCo leadership said to us that they're very impressed. On a 30-second video that they launched with us, we delivered back 65 seconds in return of consumer attention, doubling the expectations what they had and outperforming all the results that they had for benchmarks for social. Only challenge, they're saying, CPM, but we can fix that. We can fix that. We have plans to do it. And I'm excited about partnership. That's what they're saying. These are amazing brands. They have tested our campaigns. We have opened doors. Now we need to expand them. So what's next for us? What are the priorities? So in the next 12 months, we want to focus on the continued delivering the superb product experience. One key component is programmatic enablement. And Kaspars from Head of Products here will talk about that in a second. On sales side, hey, we have amazing pipeline. Let's close it. So we have to meet brands more in person, and Martins will talk about what we have done and what we're planning to do, and more sales insights. And we've identified which channels work, and we'll double down on them. So with this, what we have done is very exciting and very amazing, but we will dig into some of the details right here. Now that you know where we are heading and what we have accomplished so far, I invite Martins back to demonstrate how the product looks like, since it's been a while since you have seen last version. So Martins, you're welcome back.
Thanks, Andres. What are the brands buying from us? So whenever I get asked this question, then I usually tell them that we'll set up the campaigns for you, we'll guarantee they perform, and we'll give you a detailed report plus various data insights at the end. So this is what they buy, but why they buy from us is because of the data shows that Monetizr does drive purchase intent, and not just by a little bit, but by a whopping up to 49%. So this is pretty huge. And then now let's go into the demo slowly. So essentially, when Tide came to us, they wanted to reach moms, like essentially young parents, but more specifically moms between the ages of 25 and 44 years old. So here's what we did for them. First of all, it turns out that 87% of moms are playing casual games. So these are, casual, family-friendly, most importantly, brand-safe games. Here's a few of them. You probably recognize some of them. So what we did is we picked the best ones out of our inventory, and here I'm going to show you how it looks like and works for one of them. So we open up the game, and right here on the main menu, this is where the magic begins. In most advertising experiences, you never get to choose which brand you will engage with. But with Monetizr, we're changing that because this is our branded button placement that enables the player to see the brand even before they start engaging and decide whether they do want or don't want to engage. So it's a clickable button. Once you click on it, you see a branded video. A video is the simplest and the most popular format that we use because it's easy to start. You know, the brands already have all the assets that are necessary. And so it's typically a 6 to 30 second rewarded video. Once the video ends, here's another touch point that we have created. Normally, this is not branded, as probably you guys know, but in Monetizr's case, we have created a branded opportunity here in the reward screen, telling the story as if the brand is bringing you the reward, helping to solidify that positive relationship between the brand and the consumer. So for example, here you can see that it's Tide giving you the reward, right? So this is how it works for the player. And now if we switch back to the presentation, let's just see the full view of of how it looks like, the full experience that I just showed. So starting with the branded button, then the video, and then the branded reward. Why this works, as we already mentioned, and as Kasper is going to go into details, it drives much more attention than just the video alone. Why attention matters is because it drives purchase intent. And you know, here's an actual picture of people rushing to the stores to buy Tide after Monetizr's campaign. Trust me on this. This is exactly how it looks. So by the way, regarding the demo, if you're interested to check out and download some of our apps yourself, then our team, after the presentation in the Q&A section, they will share some links and you'll be able to download it and test it yourself. So with that, I hand the mic to Kaspars to talk about product stuff.
Thank you, Martins. I'm Kaspars, head of product for Monetizr, and I will go into a little bit of detail how exactly we land on that purchase intent. If I can get, yeah, excellent. So the first part is targeting. Currently, we have captured and analyzed around 30 billion first-party data points. That allows us to determine the context best for the audiences before the campaign even begins. And the results are obvious. We were able to reach Gen Zs 2 times more effectively than without targeting. According to P&G, numbers like these decrease the effective cost of the campaign by almost 50%. And this is clear win for them. Next thing is attention. Guys already mentioned this, and I think we are driving this horse to the grave, but you saw the demos and these screens we are using. All of that helps us to significantly outperform both YouTube and social that we are compared with, sometimes even up to 17 times. And we are using the same branded creatives that they are using. You saw that what PepsiCo thinks about these numbers, and we have seen how this attention is translated into purchase intent. So this year we have seen that the right audience plus the attention have a significant impact on purchase intent. For CPG companies, purchase intent often is the closest proxy to the actual sales uplift. And we developed capabilities to deliver it to them. And we can offer, native brand lift studies as a package with our campaigns. And that helps both. For the brands, it's easy to evaluate efficiency and effectiveness of the campaign. And for us, it helps to build trust with new clients by showing them the results we have achieved. That's it for what we have done this year. What about next one? Well, I will try to paint a picture. Like every product, we are looking at how to optimize what we have and what's the next big thing for us. So let's start with what works. We are doubling down on targeting. I just show you how it increases effectiveness for brands. But the challenge here is to reach smaller and more niche audiences beyond data we already have. The solution is to create predictive capabilities on top of contextual ones. And we are looking for knowledge to build them. The second step is the attention. We are good at capturing attention with many games once the user is in the campaign. The main obstacle here is consistency. So we will tackle that first step one of the campaign, how they enter it. We have good experience working with our network of publishers to improve this opt-in rate, but what we are looking to do is make it consistent across all of them, so every game performs as the best of them. The third part, brand lift. It's not enough to have one good brand lift study, although Martins will say otherwise maybe. We are looking to expand it across client categories. We'll bundle it in with our campaigns and cover as many as we can. On the other side is the big bets. Programmatic. Anders already mentioned that. What I keep hearing in meetings with P&G, OMD, publicists, both brands and agencies, we want these private deals to happen. And we have our first private deal running with Apple TV+. So the challenge here is to make it work for everyone. There are a lot of black boxes between Monetizr and different DSPs, and they don't work consistently. Our solution is to remove them. We believe they are unnecessary, and we are looking to partner with DSPs directly as an SSP. We need to improve our capabilities to make these connections work. So if you know anyone who have worked on these connections, let us know. And on the other hand, on programmatic side, we will keep expanding the network of SSPs we are connected to, and that in terms helps us monetize the inventory that we already have and earn more from what we have. And these are the big things for 2025 to expect from us. So let me go through the things where you can chip in. We are looking for knowledge in the area of predicting targeting, and we are looking for people who can help to build and scale SSPs. Thank you, and I will hand back this to Martins in sales. Oh, this one. Oh.
Awesome. Thanks, Kaspars. So let's talk about sales. So yeah, to get you up to speed, here's a quick snapshot of our emotional spectrum from last year. Trust me, we experienced all of these. But in all seriousness, 2024 was a very transformational year for Monetizr. So bookings are up 70%. We achieved $480,000 in bookings. We are seeing how brands and agencies are starting to trust gaming as a media channel, and they love the data insights that we're able to generate. We believe that we are in the perfect position and perfect timing to become an industry leader, the place for advertisers to access gaming media, especially high attention gaming media. That's where we're going. So let's double click on these numbers. Where do they come from and what is underneath? So we have three customer segments: brands, agencies, and resellers. So let's look at each segment one by one, and let's start with resellers. The good news is that last year we grew our reseller sales volume 3x. So after seeing this success with our initial first reseller, we just signed our second reseller to focus on different markets. And this time this new reseller is for the German-speaking markets. But in 2025, we will continue activating more and more resellers as we go. So that's one. Second is direct deals. We love direct deals. They are great because they get us close to the customer, they get us very good margins, but the sales cycles are very slow. So as Anders already mentioned, that's one of our challenges. This leads to spikes in our revenue, in our bookings. So that's something that we have to fix. For example, here you can see that that spike in May was PepsiCo, in October was Teraflu, in November was Pampers. So this is something that we need to keep on improving to achieve better consistency and growth. The last but not least is agencies. And as you guys already know, most brands have media agencies handling their media spend. Yes, brands can buy smaller pilots and test independently from agencies, and that's what we've seen with P&G, PepsiCo, Teraflu, others. But big budgets are usually unlocked via media agencies. And then regarding agencies, in the beginning of last year, we set a goal for ourselves to be in front of all major agencies out there. We did go to Cannes Festival, we did go to DigiDay, we did go to various other events, industry events, like PricewaterhouseCoopers event, they invited us and others. And I'm happy to say that these events have converted into our first agency deal. This is and out of all possible accounts, we started working with the Apple account, which is not a bad first account to have on the agency side. So we're very excited about the fact that it happened, and also on expanding this account, and also for all of our other brands in the pipeline. So yeah, we looked at bookings. So now let's look at the pipeline, the big deal pipeline. So we started the year last year with a $1.2 million pipeline, and as you already heard from Andres, we closed approximately 480K in bookings. So that's roughly 40% close rate of the pipeline. This year we're going in this year with a 4.9 million pipeline. And we are very excited about continuing closing the deals at least a similar rate as last year, so 40%. Then that puts us in a pretty good position for next year. We're just very excited about this opportunity that we have. So again, let's double click on these numbers. Let's look at what activities helped and what sources helped to generate this pipeline. Generally, we have three sources that work. On the left side, you will see the value of each deals, or of the total deals, and then on the right side, in the red bars, you will see the number of deals. What we see here is that referrals, events, and speaking engagements are the best sources for us to grow the pipeline. If we analyze how many deals come in and what's the value of them, we see that referrals, events, and speaking engagements result in the highest value of pipeline with the least amount of number of deals. It's just more efficient for us compared to like the outreach activities. So that's why we are focusing on referrals, events, and speaking engagements. If we also look at what brands come in through different sources, then we see again that PepsiCo, Teraflu, Pampers, Apple, WPP, Publicis Group, all of these came through the same three sources: referrals, events, and speaking engagements. That's why we are doubling down on these couple of channels. So it's not all great though. Our main challenges are, I would say, two. One is activate media agencies. We have some success with that. Apple deal is already great. We have also another one that has not yet closed, but it's a soft commitment of at least $1 million in 2025 from Publicis Group and Teraflu. So that's very good. So we need to figure out ways how to activate these media agencies faster. The other challenge is sales cycle, both for agencies and for direct deals, as Anderson already mentioned. So what are we doing about this? Last year, we proved that these face-to-face connections at various events, like the Cannes Festival of Creativity, DigiDay Media Buying Summit, Programmatic Buying Summit, PricewaterhouseCoopers event, New York Ad Week, these kind of events drive pipeline forward the fastest and most efficiently. So that's what works. We're going to keep on doubling down on what works. Our solution to all of this is let's increase sales touch points, right? Let's do both face-to-face activities, let's do nurturing activities, and basically double down on what we know works. My ask from you is we're always looking for media agency connections. So specifically account directors, media planners, media buyers. So these are the roles that we're most interested in talking to. So if you have any connections, that would be very, very much appreciated. So that's all from my side. Back to you, Andres.
Rushing back in. I love our momentum. I hope you do as well. We're very excited about what we have achieved so far, and we're going ahead with the head high. So one thing that is evident is that this sales pipeline will not close itself. We need to work hard, and we need a runway for that. And with current runway, we have some challenges. We need to start making more money. That will solve it. So we're definitely focused on that. But where you can help also is today in a board meeting with Change Ventures and Ludus Ventures. So we discussed about an inside round opportunity. So we already have interest from them. But if you're interested to jump in and then follow our success and double down on our success, please ping me and love to continue the conversation from there. Then closing remarks and then just the highlights, what we talked about today. We believe that we can build gaming as a media channel. We have early evidence that this is not only working once, but multiple times. We have great success from top brands in the world. And our product consistently is showing the best performance on the market against any competitor. Just if I'm wrong, let's have a conversation. But we have a data to show that we're kicking ass, and I love it. Fantastic pipeline, so let's work on it and close it. You know our priorities, and if we don't meet them, this is a time to ask the questions and to challenge us if we're not meeting those. With that said, this is our presentation. So thanks so much for coming in. Martins, I invite you back then.
Awesome. So yes, we are incredibly grateful for the opportunity to share all of this with you today, for your time. We're happy to share both our vision, our wins, and our challenges. And we are incredibly excited about the opportunity we have in front of us. Not just for us, but for the industry as a whole. The market is evolving. And I believe that we are in a perfect position and timing to really transform gaming into a mass media channel. So we look forward to the journey ahead. We look forward to working with you and amazing people like you, our team, our community, everyone in our circles. So thank you so much.